All right. All right. It has been a hot minute since I've been on here. Life's been life and been taking the kids everywhere, everything like that. And then when I'm not doing any of that, I'm reading. My brain has been spicy lately, so this is the only relief I've been getting is by reading. And yeah, so that's all I've been doing. So today we're gonna do my February reading wrap up and my last week reading wrap up since it's the first week of March. Um, so yeah, let's get to it. So first off, I read hair everywhere. I read The Goal by Elle Kennedy. This is the second to last book in the Briar Nope Off Campus series. I really enjoyed this. I didn't think I was going to because I didn't like Sabrina before, but I actually really enjoyed it. Let's see. Gotta pull out the iPad because I don't remember what it was. So I gave this one 4.5 stars. I really liked it. Tucker, perfect golden retriever. Sabrina, just she's got a whole lot going on in her life, but I really enjoyed this book, so I'm glad I got this one done. I thought I had myself prepared, but I was wrong. So anyway, really like this one. I have nowhere to put it. All right, so the next one I read was The Fall Risk by Abby Jimenez, which was a novella that came out in February. And it was like you Amazon first reads, and then that one was an extra added bonus free run. So yeah, I read it, and it's Abby Jimenez. So of course, I gave it 3 stars because it's a novella. I really wish she could have made that into a full length story. I really enjoyed it. It was really cute. Um, I like the idea of two fairly introverted people being stuck in their apartments and they only have each other. I thought that was really cute. But anyway, if you want to read that, it's only 82 pages. It was a very quick, easy read. Next up, Dating and Dragons. This is a YA book. This was really cute. I gave this one 4 stars, surprisingly. I really enjoyed it. It's just a bunch of high schoolers that play Dungeons and Dragons. They record it and put it on YouTube and all this other stuff. And she's the odd girl out. She's a new student. She meets this group and she ends up going and playing with them, and they end up having a blast. And she falls in love with one of the guys. Blah 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 blah. It's cute. There's absolutely zero spice. There's literally, I think, like 3 kisses in the entire book. So it's a really good book. So anyway, sorry, my nose itches. My allergies are up to freaking wall. Part of the reason why I look like this because I don't feel like getting ready, and we're just having a chill time talking about our books. So why do I care? Anyway, really cute. You want to read it? It's a quick, easy read too. Then I read Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. Absolutely friggin' loved it. Gave it 5 stars. Not Out on a Limb was better, in my opinion. This was very, very close behind. But a lot of it does have to do with the fact that the characters from Out on a Limb are in this too, and you get a little bit more in-depth perspective of their relationship. And I also like the idea that my husband and our relationship kind of corresponds with this. I've talked about this in a different blog before, but I really enjoyed this one. Then I got to read Rebel Witch 2 weeks ahead of schedule. It was not out yet. So I got to read this. I gave it 4.5 stars. I talked about this in a different blog. I think my last blog, because it's been so long since I've actually done anything. But I talked about this. I really enjoyed it. I really wish there's going to be more books. I doubt there is, but I really wish there was. But I really enjoyed this. 4.5 stars, but I didn't say it. Then I read Highest Bidder by Sarah Kate. Also talked about this. Gave this 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. I only have 1 book left in the series, and I need to get it. So I need to do that soon. Anyway, read this. Really enjoyed it. Then my stuff is all out of order. Then I read Flock by Kate Stewart. 4.75 stars. Loved it. Did not know what to expect when I went into these books. Just, yeah, completely thrown off by it, but I really enjoyed this one. It immediately made me go, I have to keep reading. So, obviously, I read Exodus next. This one I gave 4 stars to. I couldn't figure, I'm sitting here reading and reading and reading. I'm like, why is everybody saying this book's going to tear me apart? And then I got to the end and realized it. And it actually wasn't until the very end when she got his car. That's what sent me over. If you've read it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, really enjoyed it. I have yet to read the finish line, and I did get One Rainy Day already. One Rainy Day though follows Dom, and I'm not sure I'm mentally and emotionally ready for that. But anyway, I got that one. Really excited. Then I read, because I was so excited for this one to come in. I'm very excited about my books, if you can't tell. I was very excited about this one to come in because it's the last of the trilogy. Very excited about it. It's Scythe and Sparrow. I gave it 4.5 stars. I did like it better than Leather and Lark, but definitely not as much as Butcher and Blackbird. And from what I'm seeing all over like TikTok and BookTube and all that other stuff, is a lot of people are agreeing. Butcher and Blackbird was like a one-off in that series. It was awesome. 5 stars. Most people gave it 5 stars. And then you have the next two, and they just kind of fell. Like they're not on par with Butcher and Blackbird, in my opinion. Still really good. Glad I finished up the trilogy, and now I'm completely caught up. Then I read Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. I gave this one 5 stars. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely flippin' adorable. Callum lives in Ireland, and he's an undertaker. It's a family business that he's kind of taken over, all this other stuff. And what was her name again? And then Lark is just this Texas debutante that moves to Ireland to get away from all the crap that's happened in her life and everything else. And they end up becoming neighbors, and she's super outgoing and bubbly, and he's not. So she gets him out of his shell, and they end up just becoming really good friends, and then they end up falling in love with each other. But it's super, super cute. I really enjoyed it. I've stared at this book on the shelves at the bookstores for quite a while, and finally I was like, I'm buying it and reading it, and I do not regret that decision. This was really cute if you haven't read it yet. Now, this next one has a little bit of controversy going around with it, and I kind of understand. It's Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. This one I did give 5 stars to. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Do I agree that there is heavy BDSM in it? No. There's mention of it in this book, but this book has way more. This book is like, let's talk about it, and then that's it. But I really enjoyed it. I had a blast. It was. I like the different sports in it because they're both Olympic swimming athletes. Well, he's an Olympic world champion. She's trying to go to the Olympics. Anyway, whatever. I did like this. It was really good. And then it got me really excited because she announced that there is going to be another book to Bride. And I didn't mind Bride. I don't see why people had a problem with it. So I'm really excited about that one too. So yeah. If you want a little bit of BDSM, but not a lot, read this one. If you want a lot of BDSM, read this. Read that series. All right. Then I read Shatter Me. I got it from the library, and I actually got really lucky. It had Shatter Me, and then Destroy Me was already on the file, so I didn't even have to go get the novella. So that was pretty exciting. I gave Shatter Me 3.5 stars. I understand it's YA, but it felt overly childish, and I just didn't care for it that much. And then Destroy Me was the same, 3.5 stars. I actually preferred Destroy Me more than I preferred Shatter Me. I did not like the Insta madly in love, we've never spoken to each other, but absolutely can't be without each other aspect. So that was a little much, in my opinion. But anyway, so both of those got 3.5 stars. I have not decided if I'm going to continue that series yet. So we'll see. The last book I read for February was The Legacy, and this is the 5th and final book of the Off Campus series. I gave this one 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. There were several times that I was giggling out loud because there are so many one-offs and quirks and quips and all that other stuff in this book. I do like that each section follows the different couples, so you get to follow up with them after college. So that was pretty exciting. It was like an extended epilogue for each book, which was really nice. I enjoyed it. So yeah, this one 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. And then this past weekend, I didn't get to read as much as I wanted to. We ended up going to IKEA, came home, put IKEA furniture together, took apart everything in my girls' room. I threw away like 90% of their room because I just couldn't take it anymore. And then I've been cleaning my house since, and it's still not back together from the trip to IKEA. And I'm sure I am not the only one that has that issue. So I read First Time Caller. I was actually shocked how much I really enjoyed this book. I gave this 4.5 stars. Thoroughly loved it. It had me giggling. I love that it was a very different kind of romance book, and the two personalities of the characters they melded really well. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Then, because I was waiting for a certain book to come in, which we'll talk about in a second, I needed something quick to fill in, and I know you're thinking, that's not quick. It is. It's Meghan Quinn. It's Bridesmaid Undercover, so now I am fully caught up on the Bridesmaids for Hire series, so that's really cool. I gave this one 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. Borderline kind of like this one more than Bridesmaid for Hire. Bridesmaid Undercover, I think, was a little bit better. Mainly because Grumpy Sunshine, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, really enjoyed this. And then, of course, the last book that I read so far. I should be finishing the book that I'm reading right now. I'm reading Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, and holy crap, I'm halfway through and was not expecting that. Anyway, Wild Side, Elsie Silver. I gave this one 4.5 stars. Was it my favorite out of them so far? No. I think this one might end up being, I think, my least favorite now that I've kind of slept on it, thought about it a little bit more. I prefer Wild Eyes, and then Wild Love is like a very, very, very close second, and then this one is just slightly below that. I mean, they're all really good. They're all really up. All three of them are very up there for me. But anyway, I really enjoyed this one. I'm kind of curious to see where the whole story with Bash and Gwen's gonna go. Pretty positive it's Gwen, because there's only I honestly have no clue. I think it's Bash. Oh, I know it's Bash, but I think it's Gwen at the end. But anyway, I'm excited to see where the next one goes, and I'm also excited that we only have to wait like 6 months. So thanks, Elsie. I love that. So yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry it's been a while. Suzanne, here you go. It's not going to be the longest video, but it's all good. We're just going to get back into it. So I'm going to start filming like a read with me for the week, and I got to update my my reading stuff so that way on my next TBR takedown, I can give you updated numbers. Remember when I did my shelf reorganization and I took books to unhaul? Yeah, they're still sitting behind me in the thing. I haven't taken them, but it's kind of good because I need to actually go and delete them off of my thing, so that way I can have more accurate numbers. So this way, next time when we do a TBR takedown, which should be for next week, it will have updated numbers on the books I owned, the books that are gone, and everything else. So that'll be a little bit easier for me. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.